Hello again. Now, the ANC in the Western Cape is just concluding its extended interim provincial committee meeting. The party has been embarking on renewal and unity efforts there. The former president, Thabo Mbeki, helping them achieve this. We just saw him a short while ago. We provided you that live those closing remarks by him. The provincial ANC facing factional battles leading to the dissolution of its leadership in 2019. Well, let's discuss this and get some reaction from my colleague, ENC's Thulasizwe Simelane. Makuchwa, good afternoon. For me, there's like two main things that stood out when I was listening. I would like your take, please. One is the former President Mbeki appealing to ANC members in the Western Cape for the need to improve their capacity to think and conceptualize and visualize how to fix things or achieve the objectives of the party. And secondly, how to make factions irrelevant.
Yeah, absolutely, Brendan. So I think the setting is important as well, that it's in the Western Cape where, you know, the reality has come to pass of a post-ANC situation politically and in as far as governance is concerned. And I suppose that context on its own drives home what is at stake if the ANC fails to get its house in order in the light of the electoral declines that we have seen over the years. The address by former President, ANC President Thabo Mbeki, really went along the same lines, not in as much detail as he has done in other provinces, such as the Free State, or when he spoke to the leadership of the ANC in the Eastern Cape last year. This one was slightly brief. In fact, it was significantly brief compared to those two, but it was along the same lines. The whole question of focusing on what is the mission of the ANC. He didn't do it in the Western Cape, but he did it in the Free State, just adding to that the mission of the ANC is to lead South African society in finding solutions to the problems that people face, and such phenomena as factions and the undue focus on internal party squabbles and leadership contests in a year like 2022, those detract and distract the members of the ANC. He didn't go that far today, but he did say that there are national tasks that affect the ANC wherever it is, and there's a need to focus on those tasks. It seems to be a consistent message that he has delivered during this whistle-stop tour of his.
Yeah, but that messaging in the Free State, as you said a few weeks ago in February, but also when he was in the Eastern Cape recently, he's kind of taking this message of what is our historical mission as the African National Congress. Today, I found it very interesting, the choice of words, think practically. We need to think practically about the future, about the objectives, and we need more time for political discussions so we can continue to engage as ANC members. So taking the focus away from these internal battles, one would speak, he wants them to focus on the substance and the content of the existence of the party, it seems.
It's a tall order to get people to focus on what the main tasks are of the ANC, in an electoral year, in as far as the calendar of the ANC is concerned. Because let's face it, I've seen people making reference to poster season, that, you know, everyone is creating posters for the kind of leadership slate that they would prefer. The leadership contest in provinces such as Gauteng, such as Mpumalanga, for example, is heating up, and it cannot be ignored. But the bigger context, of course, being the leadership contest that will come at the end of the year. And you are already seeing the question of what role, Mbeki, what the factor will be of the revived Mbeki participation in the ANC will be towards that elective conference in the last few days. Newspaper reports suggesting that former deputy president in the Mbeki years, Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka, could be persuaded and avail herself for the position of party deputy president. So it's kind of hard to get everyone to focus. But I suppose the message he's trying to drive home is that it won't matter who wins, who emerges as the leader of the ANC at the end of the conference in December, if the ANC doesn't have a plan to endear itself again with the South African population, to get back in step with the South African population, that person could end up being leader of the ANC, but not leader of the nation and not leader of the country in the capacity of president. And I think that's the essence of the message that he's driving home. A message that's not always, that doesn't really always hit home with the factions in the ANC, because almost everything is contested at this point.
Thank you very much for your insights and your time there. That's Thulasizwe Simelane just giving us some of his thoughts about what the former president of the ANC, Thabo Mbeki, had to say a short while ago as he, in his closing remarks at an interim provincial committee meeting, consultation meeting of the ANC in the Western Cape. Now,